On January 6, Anthony Bilodeau was sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole for 13 years in the manslaughter and second-degree murder convictions of Jacob Sansom and Maurice Cardinal. He shot the two Métis hunters and left them for dead on a rural road. His father, Roger Bilodeau, had previously been sentenced to 10 years for 2 counts of manslaughter for his role in the two men's deaths.
They took away not only Maurice and Jacob, but they took away their families' joy. They took away more than just joy from us. They took away 2 people, that were loved. They were our life. They were our foundation. They were our everything.
In March, Imperial Oil met with residents of Fort Chipewyan in northern Alberta to talk about 2 leaks of the Curl Oil Sands Project tailing pond draining into Muskeg. The second leak was big enough to fill 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Residents were unimpressed with the oil company.
They never gave us answers besides, yes, it's in the water, yes, it's in the air, yes, it's in all your traditional foods.
Thank you.
So if this keeps up, we're probably going to be the first oil sands environmental refugees.
The opioid epidemic in the province is not slowing down. In April, Dr. Esther Tailfeathers says that most of the deaths on the Kainai blood tribe in southern Alberta are due to overdoses.
I counted 68%. That was 42 out of 62 deaths were drug overdose related, drug related, or suicide since December 25th to March 25th.
Wildfire season began in late April, bringing smoke and air quality alerts for large parts of Alberta and beyond. The warnings would last all summer and well into the fall. Fort Chipewyan was once again in the news after a massive wildfire forced the evacuation of its residents at the end of May.
I think the members that evacuated are pretty just concerned about, whether, they're going to have a home to come back to. And with the efforts from Alberta Forestry, RM, the 3 Nations, the Cooks, whoever it may be that has anything to do with it, they're fighting to make sure that everybody comes back to a home.
The evacuation lasted 3 weeks before residents were allowed to return. No homes were lost, but some cabins were destroyed. In September, the Métis Nation of Alberta elected Andrea Sandmeyer as a new president, replacing Audrey Portra, who had been president since 1996.
The Otipemisiwak Métis government is eager to further strengthen our relationships with the governments of Alberta and Canada. We are collaborating on a nation-to-nation basis with Alberta and Canada to promote the interests and prosperity of our Métis communities.
In November, APTN spoke to environmentalists opposing Suncor's proposed expansion of one of their oil sands projects. They say the existing wetlands are vital to animals, First Nations, and providing a barrier against wildfires. They asked the Alberta Energy Regulator to reconsider its approval of the project.
So we already have over 30 projects that currently exist in the tar sands. And there's 19 toxic tailings ponds currently. So with this expansion, the Fort Hills mine expansion, there's going to be an increase in fresh water use and an increase in toxic tailings ponds.
The Alberta Energy Regulator has since ruled they will not rescind its approval for the project, giving a green light to its expansion. Those are some of the top stories in Alberta for 2023. Chris Stewart, APTN National News, Edmonton.